There's lots of personality tests out there. Why should I use yours? Well, that's a good question. There are a lot of good personality tests available. Many of you have probably heard of Myers-Briggs, DISC. Even eHarmony is getting to be a fairly commonly heard of personality test for finding your soulmate. Well, those tests are all good, and I endorse those instruments wholeheartedly. What they accomplish within the context that they're used is admirable. However, in my studies, to get my master's degree, I spent quite a bit of time on personality, and I was trained in the use of certain personality testing instruments. The ones that I employ in my practice are very highly regarded, very oft used in psychological research and cited in psychological literature. They are simple to understand, but also deep conceptually. The reason I say that isn't that I want to sound like I'm smarter than the people that use those other tests. I'm not. However, I use these tests constantly. They are able to discern much greater levels of behavioral attributes that flow from personality, and they just give us a better and more in-depth way of looking at organizational members. They also are simple enough to understand at higher levels that they can be used for group dynamics and team development, for goal setting, and a number of other things that are very important in organizational environments. I'm going to talk about the test a little bit more and how you can look into it and how little you have to commit yourself to take a look at one of the several tests that I use in one of the next FAQs. But I just really endorse the use of these. It's not the only technique I use, but it's a very important fundamental technique. I often refer to it as an X-ray or a genome mapping of organizational members. Maybe that's going a little bit overboard, but it's very important for us to understand underlying personality, to understand how in different situations we'll understand how to adapt better to the humans that are around us.